Hey, what's going on, everybody? Not even gonna lie, I wasn't even planning on going live today. And what I really wanted to kind of talk about was actually the fear behind certain things, and especially today, that fear for myself was actually going live and putting myself more in that spotlight. But here I am facing that, and today kind of just started off as a very simple, morning like I always do. I wake up, I take my dog out, I'll go hit up the gym for a little while. After the gym, I take my dog on the nature walk to the park. We get some more extra cardio and things of that nature. And, and then I got an invite for this public speaking event through Zoom. So I started, joining this Zoom meeting here. And to be honest with you, my first thought was, I didn't know if I even belonged in that meeting. And so naturally, like I started looking for reasons to want to leave that meeting, and then I started to realize something that it wasn't really the meeting itself, and it wasn't the people. It was just the fear that I was creating myself in my own head. And that scared feeling has a very funny way of kind of disguising itself. A lot of the times it'll tell us, that we're not ready. For me, it was always you don't normally put yourself in the spotlight. You don't like really putting yourself in camera. You don't like doing all these things, but you faced your fear when you started making these YouTube videos. And, there was another fear that I had about doing public speaking. And so, I've been to two different public speaking events already, and it turned out amazing. And those were to promote my book. Also, I never really liked talking about my entire, life, my entire childhood. Again, growing up, I always kind of kept myself safeguarded. But here you are writing books about it. I got the volume 1 that's right on the bookshelf behind me, and volume 2 that's right above it. That's actually being published right now as we speak. And I'm actively writing volume 3. And so right there, it shows you, okay, well, you've already faced your fear. And so now going live to help people and to be there for people, what's stopping you from that, about putting yourself in the spotlight there? And so, again, I don't let these emotions dictate my life. I move through it. Because a lot of the times that scared feeling or that fear or that anxiety or anything will start to tell you, that you're not ready. And if you really want to be honest with yourself, sometimes, at that point in time in your life, you're not preparing yourself anymore. You're just kind of hiding. You're kind of hiding from the spotlight and hiding back into the shadows. And again, while being in this coaching meeting, and this person wanting to ask people why do they think that things are not working out for them, that's what clicked into my mind. And that's what I caught myself doing exactly that today. And I can talk about, all the time about stepping outside of your comfort zone and building that life that you want, and about facing your past and facing your fears instead of running from it. And so again, this morning in that meeting, I had to reflect and be like, am I doing the same thing? Am I actively facing my fears and running from it, instead of, moving forward with it? Hold on one sec. Actually, my daughter. Sorry, guys. That was my daughter. Yeah, she texted me asking me when she's coming back to my house, and I told her whenever she wanted to. So, I'll stop this live right now and I'll go grab my daughter. Nothing comes between me and my kids. But exactly, this is why I'm making this live. And I'm willing to face that fear to go live, and give myself that same advice that I'm giving to other people, to show people that it's okay to face these fears, that sometimes, the most uncomfortable things you may encounter in life is actually sometimes the best things that you will go through. And this isn't because, I randomly became fearless. It's just I'm here because I decided that that level of fear or that level of being scared or putting myself in the spotlight, it doesn't get to dictate my life or the decisions that I'm going to make in my life. And I can tell you one thing is, especially coming from my own personal experience, one thing that I have learned through everything that I've been through, being in the foster care to being terrified of joining the military, um, I won't even lie, being scared of becoming a father, or even being scared about putting my entire life in a book, even being, scared about creating this YouTube, is that same feeling will never disappear. These feelings will always be there. You just can't let them take the steering wheel and drive your life. Because, everything new in your life is going to invoke these emotions, these blockages in your mind. Even publishing this book was kind of terrifying. Like I'm being that vulnerable with people, and with people that I don't even know that are purchasing this book, and inviting them into my own life. It brings on a level of vulnerability and all these feelings, and putting yourself out there. And also now even hitting the live button, gets a little nerve wracking, but every time that you act anyway, despite these feelings or these emotions or these setbacks or these blockages, it helps you grow even more. It helps you overcome these challenges. And again, this is a video that I have made so many times, where this is where you actually start finding that level of confidence inside of yourself. Confidence isn't just going to come to you. It's not something that you can just sit around and wait for. It's something that you build inside of you. And the only way that you can build these level of confidences is just by doing it. And I will say, this is a little off topic. This is why I absolutely love Nike's slogan, man. If I could have coined that slogan, oh, dude, I'd be making fucking billions. Just do it. Just do it. Why are you going to overthink everything in your life? If you've already started to think about it and you've already started to map a roadmap about it, what is stopping you? The only thing that's stopping you is you. You're second guessing yourself. You're putting all these doubts and anxieties in your mind, and it's creating this level of fear. It's creating this level of hesitation. And just by doing so, you start to embrace the actual journey. You start to figure it out. You start to learn from it. You build that level of confidence by doing it. And also, like, you also build it every single time that you start to promise things to yourself. Every time that you promise yourself that I'm going to do it, and you hold yourself accountable and you follow through with these things, and you do the things that you were terrified to do, or you do the things that may have made you feel anxious or nervous, and every single time that you do that, you stop asking yourself, what if I fail? Because now that self-doubt starts to leave. You start to figure out and give yourself answers of how you can keep going and keep overcoming challenges. And maybe for some of you guys, that's where a lot of you guys are today. Maybe you guys are terrified and you guys are constantly giving yourself these level of advices. Hold on, that's my daughter again. All right. So I don't even remember where I was talking about, because I think I gotta actually cut this short, because I'm actually gonna go grab my daughter. There's a big day today here. Big fireworks show tonight and everything. But here's where I want to leave you. And again, I do apologize about cutting this short. I wanted to be able to hang out. And I understand that no one's even in the chat right now, and maybe somewhere eventually somebody will see this. I hope that they do. Is stop doubting yourself. Find that level of belief in yourself. And by believing in yourself, you will find the confidence. Find the courage to move through certain emotions. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. And even if you just want to talk about it for 1 second before you act on it, then that's fine. But don't delay yourself. Don't delay yourself by not acting on it. Follow your heart, chase your dreams. And I promise you that you will find that confidence inside yourself. You will start to see how hard of a worker that you are. You will find that level of resilience inside of yourself. You will find that urge to never quit, to never give up. Thank you. I really do hope that maybe if any of you guys watch this, leave a comment. I don't even care if it's a comment saying, dude, you're an idiot. Like some of these videos, you're wasting your time. I don't care. Just let me know if you're here or not. I hope and I pray that this helps people sometimes. Again, I do apologize. I'm out. So technically I'm not actually going to apologize to you guys because my daughter comes before anyone else. But I love you guys. I'm here. This is what this channel is built for, is real authenticity. And I hope that every single person is here that's behind it. And I hope that you find that level of courage, that level of inspiration, that level of creativity, and that level of chasing your dreams and being true to who you are. It comes. And I would love to be a part of that journey as it comes. So thanks, guys. Bye.